All right, we'll get a distance on him. He's first hook he can take or reject, as we talk about. Now, a lot of you have seen a blue screen inside that cab. That is a race pack display. All right, 320.55 is the distance. I'm going to go back and talk about that race pack. You see that in there. They are looking at RPMs, they're looking at temperatures, and from my viewpoint, I was seeing flashing lights. So when they hit a certain RPM, he sets it up at 320 and 55. So let's see where Charlie can go. Any folks out of Iowa here tonight? Now we know a couple, the sled operator and the clerk. All right, checking out now. We have a fair number of these. We have 12 to go tonight, folks. Oh, Charlie. American Iron sits at 320.55. He's trying to get right down in that area. Well, 339 and 11. 339 and 11 goes 19 feet in front of the American Iron out of Minnesota. What a pass for the bow tie truck. Foxy Lady out of Crescent, Iowa. Well, I'll tell you what. He done put the number down. Now we're in big trouble because we're going to go to South Dakota.
Any other association, correct? Because the Outlaws allow the biggest motors. So if you want to run a big motor, you're an outlaw.
Okay, real quick, got the word at the T-shirt trailer, folks. T-shirts $5, hoodies $10 at the T-shirt trailer. Here we go out of South Dakota. Going to be Darren Chris on the Wild Child. Boy, South Dakota's chasing Iowa. They're close.
Told you liked it here.
Oh, yeah.
Did you just say $5 T-shirts and $10 hoodies?
Yeah, I did.
You okay if I go down for a while?
.343 and 28, folks. 340, 328. South Dakota takes the lead. Iowa's going to go number 2. Minnesota right now holding down the number 3 spot.
As it should.
Wyoming. Going to be Rick Johnson on the bad bow tie right now. It belongs to South Dakota at 340, 328. That's what I was talking about earlier. If you don't get the power on and get that back end squatted down, it ain't going to stay there. And he well knew that. Experienced driver, he says, I have got to let that go.
You notice how front heavy the trucks are. The back end came up. There was a guy in, I think it was South Carolina, that stood one up on its nose.
I've seen pictures.
Backing up to the sled, he stood it up on its nose.
Didn't see that picture. All right, now this will be his second and last attempt, folks. So he is going to be laying the throttle down on this thing to try to keep that back end on the ground. What happens once in a while, that sled gets a little sticky, and if it gets just a little bit of slack, then it'll slap it, and then it just multiplies. So here we go, out of Powell, Wyoming, Mr. Johnson. Yeah, he had a little bobble, but he laid in it, and then she sat down and went to work.
He figured that out.
Yes, he did. Did he clear 340, 328? That belongs to Darren Chris, Wild Child out of Tyndall, South Dakota. Looks like he's going to go second at 3:39.38. Chris, lead on this thing. You're going to have to go 3:43.28.
What a job he did at the start.
I'll tell you what, that kid can drive, can he? Nice pass.
That start shows up down there.
Yes, it does. Man, he got close. Okay, he's going to go, I think, number 4 maybe at 3:37 and 14. Gonna go 4. Nice pass. He brought it out clean. That thing went down. I thought maybe he had another 5-10 feet in it, and that would have been all he needed to get over the top of him.
That darn Iron Man.
I know it. Yeah, those guys. The other truck's set number 2.
Takes Iron Man for a ride.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Now, here's something, Dale, that's a little interesting in our points run here. These guys that have just come in for a 1-time or 2-time run that are not pre-entered for the season.
Correct.
They are not affecting the points of these other guys.
It's the places among the people that are in the race.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just go relative to each other.
Yeah.
For the playoff points.
Yeah.
So these guys that don't run with you all the time, they can come in and win and take all the money, and it doesn't affect the playoff.
Yep. So we're trying different things. Folks, 3:48.50. They may have thrown it up there already. We got to talking here. 3:48 and 50. It goes in Wisner. So here we go. And let's see, which one is driving tonight? Okay, Dustin is on board. He has livestock and a farm in that part of the world. Brother Doug is an FFA instructor. Here we go. The Stroker truck out of Herman, Nebraska. Or not, Missouri.
The track got better.
Oh. Well, where's the Ford fans? All 9 of us.
I like Fords.
Do you? Well, that's 10.
I got an F-150.
Okay. Well, Dustin is going to go 3:40 and 79, folks. 3:40 and 79. That will put him 3rd. Not where he wanted to be, but I tell you what, I am surprised he got where he got, because I tell you what, it was not a clean pass. He was doing the frog thing all the way down there. Folks, you got it here, the old boss. Another cool looking 4x4. These guys, a little bit of a trip for them out of Madison, North Dakota. They pretty well had to come across South Dakota. Had a little bit of the same hop and skip thing as the Stroker had. Stroker set number 3, so we'll see. He kind of rolled into that same territory. Man out of Madison, North Dakota goes 3:30 and 95. Yep, goes 7th, folks. He is going to go 7th right now. Well, we're down to about 4 of these big old modified 4x4 trucks. So it's kind of cool having the boy out. Precision turbocharger. Those folks, they just don't build chargers for anything. They build them for everything. Here we go, Jamie Bush. Oh man, laying right in there, I'm thinking he cleared that 330.
What a pretty truck.
Yeah, it rock and rolls, doesn't it? Our leader still sits out at 348 and 50. Well, 347 and 13, folks. Takes over to the number 2 spot, not quite squeezing out that 348.50 right now. That is owned by Corey Johnson with Mr. Awesome out of Powell, Wyoming. So our lead distance is 348.50. Your runner-up right now, your last truck. All right, folks, here we go. Second truck out of Tyndall, South Dakota. This will be Dave Chris. He knows what he's got to do to take the lead. It's got to be over 348.50. Oh, man. Little short. Don't think he went over that fence of 330. I kind of have an eyeball down there. Nice pass, just not getting up those guys that are sitting in the high 340s. Okay, little shorter than what I thought it was. It's got 320 and 06. 320.06 going to lay him back in the number 12 spot out of 12 competing vehicles here tonight in Madison, South Dakota at Prairie Village. Rolling there, just got down about where that box scraper is right now. Thunderstruck took over the number 2 spot. Wild Child out of South Dakota's 3. Stroker out of Missouri 4. Bad Boy Tie of Rick Johnson out of Powell number 5. Foxy Lady number 6. Risky Business number 7. Thornton Brothers out of Iowa. All right, Mary on board tonight. Well, they go 332 and 78. 332 and 78. That will put them in the number 8 spot. Not what they wanted. Last 2-3 trucks getting down, they push into that 275-foot area and beyond, and it really is like going into a sand trap. The momentum really has went away on the last 3-4 entries in this four-wheel drive division. I am down to my last truck. It's going to be Dave Bamber with the Bamber Hemi out of Bolivar. Now the Thorntons with the truck that they had there with the truck here, the Thumper that just made the pass, folks, is your 2017 champion. They come in here tonight number 1. They came in. Okay. Well, I've just been told the class has wrapped. So we'll get you the numbers there. There they are on the screen, folks. Our last man is not here. But the Thumper was our 2017 champ, come in here number 1. Took a 3rd and 5th out of Whistler, Nebraska last week. So the boys with the Thumper out of South Dakota. Okay. Rundown on these guys. Mr. Awesome, Corey Johnson out of Powell, Wyoming will take the win. Number 2, the Thunderstruck truck of Jamie Bush out of Mason City, Iowa. Number 3 will stay here in South Dakota, the Wild Child of Darren Kriz. Number 4 goes to Missouri. It is the Stroker of Dustin and Doug Ritter. Number 5, the Bad Bowtie of Rick Johnson out of Powell, Wyoming. Foxy Lady, Charlie and Ed Miller out of Creston go 6. And Eric and Joe Claypool with the Risky Business goes 7. The Thumper of Mary Thornton Murray goes number 8. The Boss of John Yancer out of Mandarin, North Dakota, number 9. The American Iron, our first truck out. Brian Loosebrock out of Wilmot, Minnesota. The Aftershock of Dave Kriz out of Tyndall will go number 11. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause. Modified 4-wheel drive truck sanctioned by the Outlaws.